How is it going, everyone? We've got another PSA reveal this time, and I came a bit back down to earth. I was getting some pretty insane results. It was only a matter of time before, I did come back down to earth a bit, and that's okay. But we still did good. I mean, still some really nice cards in here, but we batted 500 this time, and we had some real head scratchers, but we'll see perhaps what went wrong, what went right. And again, I'm going to tell you why I'm picking these cards, what worked, what didn't work, to try to just help you guys with your card grading and I don't know, just people who watch this stuff because they enjoy it. And yeah, as always, showing the card, showing what I paid for the card raw, what I sold it for graded, showing the grading fees plus shipping, and then total tally at the end if we were profitable or not. Some really nice cards in here, and I've been kind of saving some of these, so maybe the comps won't be mine per se. They'll just be what these cards last sold for graded, because again, I'm waiting a little bit closer to the season to sell some of these. So let's just get into it. Enough yapping. But this is a beautiful card. Stained glass. Jackson Smith and Jigba. Stained glass cards grade very well. I do enjoy looking at the pop report on the PSA website. Just to see, hey, I'll see a card I like that's up for auction or something, and just to double check, I'll go look at the pop report and see how this card grades. You'll be surprised. Sometimes you'll see a card from a certain set gets a 10, maybe like 10% of the time, and I'll just avoid it. But I looked at this. This is a bigger purchase. It's a case hit. They grade really well. These stained glass cards, they look great. I expect him to have a big season. Lockett kind of on the come down in his career. They just need a better quarterback. I do not like Geno Smith. I think he's the most overrated quarterback in football. But I don't know why he gets so much love. Here's another really nice one. Flashback Prism Bryce Young. Saw this card up for auction. I think Bryce Young is going to have a bit of a bounce back. All he's got to do is play better than last year. He's got way better pieces around him. New coaches. They drafted a good receiver. They drafted a good running back. They beefed up the O-line. I mean, there's got to be a reason this team picked him first overall, and hopefully we're able to see that this time around. Jeez, too much coffee. Hands a little jittery. It's always a mistake when I have a cup of coffee before I record. This is a Will Levis. It's a nice one as well. Man, we're getting the 10s out of the way first. But I've always been worried a little bit about grading these optic cards. You'll notice, you can't see it in the slab, but they have these like lines on the back. If you have one of these cards in person, I'm sure you've seen it. They got these little lines. They're kind of hard to see. You got to like move the light around, like some print lines on the back. But it doesn't seem like PSA either notices or cares, which is a good thing. So I'm going to be grading a lot more optic. That's a nice one. Always optic hollow, classic. Everyone loves an optic hollow. Everyone loves a silver prism. Will Levis. Probably sell it before the season, right before the season, like days before the first game, because I'm not totally sold on Will Levis. This is a card I pulled myself. This was Pro Set Pure. We got an 8 here. I never grade these acetate cards. It's just way too easy, in my opinion, to see flaws in it. I don't know. I don't want to grade acetate cards. It's Anthony Richardson, so it might as well. It got an 8, Anthony Richardson auto. Pretty beautiful card. I really liked this hobby box. I hit the Stroud auto out of that as well, and I just didn't think it would get a 10, so I sold it. But here we go. More Prism. This is Will Levis. Silver. Only thing was it was a little off-center left to right. I thought I'd be able to sneak one past PSA here. Get the 10, but yeah, left to right is a bit off. I thought, everything else was pretty damn good. But Some days you catch the grader on a bad day sometimes. Catch the grader on a bad day. Happens. Once again, I don't know how this... Well, now that I'm looking, I could see on this bottom, I don't know what that little piece is in there. I definitely don't think I would have sent that in if I had noticed it. Maybe it just slipped past me, but everything else looks pretty perfect on this card. Just think maybe it was whatever that little white speck down there is. Don't know how I missed that. Honestly, might crack this out and see if I could just kind of wipe whatever that is off and send it again. Because, man, Anthony Richardson's catching a lot of flack in this hobby. Every day I seem to be seeing people online and on Twitter telling me that he's not a good buy because his completion percentage, he hasn't played enough games. Usually the majority is always wrong, so I kind of like Anthony Richardson just because I'm a contrarian at heart. And there's a hollow Bryce Young. I mean, everything centering is really good on this. Looking at the back, I don't know what. Oh, yeah, now I could kind of see. You could see top left edge maybe a little funky. So I could kind of see that. There is a Bryce Young hollow PSA 9. It seems like 9s are increasingly becoming more obsolete. So, all right, this one is this makes no sense to me. You're going to be kind of shocked when I flip this one around. This grade just means nothing other to me than this guy's wife lied about having a headache last night. This got a 6. And again, I've been really good submitting cards, looking them over. And man, I just don't know what. 6 is pretty egregious. That's a strong, like it's not an 8. A 6 is like, dude, you are an idiot. How did you miss that type thing? So I don't know what warranted a 6. Like the corners are super sharp. It's centered. I don't know. Unless I missed a horrible scratch or something, I'm just gonna chalk it up to. I'm just gonna chalk it up to this guy. Got home from a long day at work, wanted to unwind, and the old lady told him, "Not tonight. I've got a headache. Leave me alone. Here's some lotion. Please don't talk to me for 12 hours." So I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I have to most definitely crack this out. And I like Blake Corum this year with Coach McVay. There's a reason that guy that drafted him. McVay, offensive genius. Here we go. These are awesome. These Spectra cards. This is Bryce Young Interstellar Spectra. That is to 60. I mean, I love, it's crazy because with these Spectra boxes, the hobby boxes are what, $1,000 or almost $1,000. And you'd think you'd hit a Bryce Young to 60. Like, wow, man, this card is beautiful. It's a thick card. It's going to sell for a lot. It came out of an expensive box, but no, this card, maybe if I'm lucky, I'll get $200 for it. And I think I bought it for 50 or 60 bucks. But it looks really nice. And then same here, Interstellar, 60. Anthony Richardson, expensive product. PSA 10. The cards are stunning. And we'll see what I can get for these. They should be going for way more than they should, but the market is never wrong, and people value Prism and Optic more than they do Spectra, for sure. And so that'll do it. 10 cards. I really enjoy these 10-card submission specials they were running. They're not running it anymore. They're doing it for NBA right now. But when they were doing it for all sports and football, I was really enjoying it because I'm not keeping you here forever. I know people have places to go, things to see. So I try to keep my videos shorter. I know no one wants to listen to me yap for a half hour. So there you go. I'll get a breakdown of how we did here. We were 5 for 10 on gems. We'll see if it paid off. Take care, everyone. Peace.
Degen Rips with his fingertips. He'll go broke